Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be covering the best task setup for Target. Additionally, I will be showing you guys how to use the token login method. Lastly, I do recommend you guys consider joining our group, which is the first link in the description. And maybe if it's not ours, just another group to get that assistance everybody should have for these console releases. We do have a pretty big community that are all very focused on retail botting specifically. With all these upcoming console drops, having someone to discuss your mistakes with is super beneficial and a great way to find what's wrong and improve and scale your reselling business as a whole. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the video. Okay, so we're gonna be setting up for Target consoles. In our paid Discord you can find the console alert channel with all the links and all the offer IDs and all that for all these consoles. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy that SKU for the Target test. I'm gonna go ahead and click create task, and I'm just gonna quickly go over the setup. So monitor has been having a couple issues. I'd be careful with running monitors. You do not have to have them, but if you do have a lot of accounts, having monitor tasks and then hype 2 tasks are not a bad idea. I'm going to be using Resis. Resis have been working very well on Target. Keep this delay, maybe even 2500. Pick up, enter your zip code, enter your radius, reset delay. I keep it pretty low personally. Next, moving on to the hype 2 tasks, I'm going to go ahead and select the profile, select those monitor proxies. Again, those are Resis. Paste in that SKU, as always, that's found in our Discord. Enter that radius, pick up, as these are consoles. Checkout delay, I'm going to go ahead and do 100. I personally do override payment because I do want Stellar's profile to be used when checking out. That's personal preference. You do not need to have that on. Just a heads up. Go ahead and click create. So you have the tasks set up. Now you need to work on that session. So go ahead over to Target, select whatever session you have, and we're going to be using the token login method. So I'm going to go ahead and explain what this new setting, this fingerprint setting is, and explain kind of everything else. Login proxy is going to, if you leave it blank, it's just going to use your local IP address to log into that Target account. I think a majority of people will just leave it blank unless you really know what you're doing, but for the most part, just leave it blank. You'll be fine. Have 5 to 10 accounts on your local IP. Anything more, you may want to consider using a proxy. Login method, we're using token. Right, go ahead and delete that old token, and let me pull up Target real quick. So once you're here, go ahead, click that keep me signed in button and sign in. Once you're in, go ahead, click the harvester and copy it. I pressed Control A to highlight everything, and then Control C to copy it. Close out these both. Paste it in there. Now, so explaining the fingerprint setting really quick. Static, essentially, if that account has ever had a purchase or a successful checkout on a high demand product like consoles or sports cards, you can use static fingerprint, and it's going to use the same checkout flow as that previous order had. But if you've had cancels, some cans, you're going to want to use dynamic. Dynamic just basically is going to try to increase your chances of that order sticking. I'm guessing a majority of you guys will need to use dynamic, as not all these orders are going to stick on Target. So just think that through. For this account, it doesn't have a bunch of previous orders, so I'm going to go ahead and use dynamic fingerprint and click save. It should say success just like this. And next you can go to the tasks, and that's pretty much it. You're ready to start your tasks up. There are going to be some product monitoring errors because the stock is not loaded yet, but if you do start it, it should look something like this. It should say waiting for monitor ping with this yellow status button. That's how you know everything is working. Any other errors besides these, I'd recommend leaving a comment down below or asking in the Discord to double check you're doing everything correct. Hopefully this video did help you guys out. If it did, please leave a like or a comment, and that should be all. I'll see you guys in the next video.